Hey guys, Crochet Connect here. I thought I would do a little outdoor vlog today. I'm going to do a little garden update, the final garden update of the year, and also do my crocheting vlog out here. Although I hope it's not too windy. I don't know if you can, I only have the little built-in microphone on my camera, so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me very well over all this wind. But I wanted to do it outside because this is like my favorite weather. Fall is my favorite season. This is my favorite weather. It's nice and cool, nice and breezy. There's leaves all over the ground. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna get on with the garden update. It is almost gone. I pulled out most of the plants because the tomatoes plant was mostly dead and brown. There were a couple of tomatoes left on it, but they weren't turning red, so I picked them and put them in my kitchen window, and I pulled the plant out. Most of the plant was brown, and the parts that weren't brown had like a white mildew on them, and it was spreading to the cucumbers, and I didn't want it to spread to the peppers, which are still doing pretty good. So I pulled the tomato out, and I also pulled the cucumbers out because it wasn't really growing very many cucumbers anymore, and it was also getting the white mildew on it and partially dying. So I just pulled everything out, and the frost is going to start soon anyway, so nothing else was really growing. So I pulled those out. I picked the few cucumbers that were left, and my husband sliced them up and pickled them. A few of them we had to throw out because they were like eaten by bugs and had like mold and big bites taken out of them and stuff. But we did manage to save about 4 of them, and so they're in jars in our fridge now. And I left the pepper plant because it's still pretty green and there are still some peppers growing. I wanted to see if they would get any bigger. And there are also still some buds. There's bud there. So there's still a few buds. There were flowers because I dug all this up a week ago, and at that time there were still flowers. There are no more flowers on this plant now. I can't seem to find any, but there are still a few peppers. They're pretty small, but I wanted to see if they would grow any bigger before the frost comes, so if not, that's fine. So that is my garden update. The garden is almost gone. The yard is covered in leaves. We do have some pumpkin bags and ghost bags that we're going to fill with leaves and put at the front for Halloween, but we don't really have enough leaves for that yet. These are all really small, and there's actually not that many. It looks kind of a lot on camera, but it's not. We are waiting for this maple tree here to start dropping its leaves, but it's still too green. It's taking quite a long time this year. But when that falls, we will have plenty. But my daughter went to visit my parents today and took some of the bags with her because my parents have tons of big trees in their yard. So she's going to fill up a few there just in case we couldn't get enough here. I was actually kind of thinking of taking a rake to the park. We have a park down the street with tons of big maple and oak trees. But I thought that might be kind of weird. So I don't know if we're actually going to do that, but we might get enough from my parents' yard anyways. So yeah. So that is our fall yard update. And I'm just going to do a quick little crochet update. So this past weekend was the annual book sale for our library, where they raise money for our library. The library gets rid of books and people can donate their own books as well. So this year was rather disappointing. It's a 3-day long Friday, Saturday, Sunday sale. And the Sunday they let you fill a grocery bag for $3 just to like, get rid of everything. We went on the Saturday just to see if we could find anything before all the good stuff was gone. And all I could find for crafting was this Kids Can Do It crocheting book. There's just a handful of patterns in here for kids to learn. I thought that would be a good thing to pick up in case my daughters ever want to learn, and even if they don't, I can make them some things from here. So I just wanted to have that on hand, and since it was in the children's section, it was only 50 cents, so figured I might as well pick that up. The only other book I found with crochet in it was a knitting and crochet toys book in the adult craft section. And out of 25 patterns in that book, only 2 were crochet and the rest were knit. I hate when that happens. It's like people don't take crochet seriously. But anyways, so needless to say, I didn't get that book because I have no plans to learn how to knit amigurumi anytime soon. and the 2 crochet patterns in it were like small and ugly and weird, and I just, no. So I didn't grab that book. And then we went back on the Sunday for Fill-A-Bag, and usually there's even more stuff out because they have boxes and boxes of donations, and they can't put them all out in one day, so as the weekend goes along they keep taking more out. But this year, on the 3rd day, there was hardly anything left. We walked in at about 11 a.m. and like the tables were almost bare. There were no children's books left at all. It was very odd. We've been going to the sale for years and that has never happened. So I don't know what was going on this year, but so we didn't really find anything, but it was still fun to go. And now just a little crochet update. I haven't really been having much time to crochet, of course, because again, as is always my excuse, my children. My baby doesn't nap very long, and she often like cries through the afternoon instead of napping, so I never have time to do anything. By the evening, when my husband comes home and gives me a break, I'm just too tired to crochet, so I never get anything done. So, but I have been doing a little bit here and there, so I got a little bit more work done on my stocking. So here is my stocking here. There's the cuff. I got the heel done and the foot is almost done. I'm just going to do a few more rows of feet and then start on the toe. And then I just got to do the penguin face. And I'm going to do a little scarf to match the penguin hat. And yeah, so it's almost done. I'm really hoping to get this done before Christmas. Running out of time. I was hoping to actually get this done in the summer so that I could start on a shawl for myself for fall. But that's not happening. So anyways, so that is all I have to talk about today. That's my garden and crochet update. I just wanted to get a quick video done because I haven't done a video in such a long time. I hope the wind hasn't been too bothersome. I hope everybody's having a good fall, and happy crafting.